Question 1. Write down the rivers in order of length starting with the shortest river. Well, Don is the shortest, then Mersey, then Trent, then Thames, then Severn. Part B, question 2. So I think in a way it's just quite easy just to learn these, so you'll just get into the habit of knowing when the information is like this, your final answer is 12p times 18 plus. Question 3. Write down the smallest possible two-digit number that can be made from two of these digits. Well, the smallest possible number will be to have the very smallest one first and the second smallest second. So that's 15. You can't make anything smaller than 15. Now write down the three-digit number closest to 200 that can be made with three of the digits. So 196 is as close as you can get to 200. That's only 4 away. Question 4. Now you just have to be a bit careful here that you read it properly. This is not asking you to work out 4/5 of 32. What we're being told here is 32 is 4/5 of the number, so what would be the whole number? So if 4/5 is 32, 1/5 is going to be 32 divided by 4, because this is 4 lots of 1/5. So one lot of 1/5 is going to be 8. Now the whole is going to be the 5/5. So the whole number must be 8 times 5, which is 40. Then this is easy to check. You could check this on your calculator. 4/5 of 40, do 4/5 times 40 on your calculator and you will get 32. Question 5. So we're told a path is made of white tiles and grey tiles. A quarter of the tiles are white, so that must mean that 3/4 of the tiles are grey. So what is the ratio of white to grey? Well, 1/4 to 3/4. This is 3 times as big. The ratio is 1 to 3. Or if you like, multiply both of these by 4 to give you 1 to 3. Now part B, there is a total of 56 tiles. Work out the number of grey tiles. Well, the grey tiles is 3/4 of the tiles, so we need 3/4 of 56. Using the fractions button on your calculator, pop in 3/4, multiply this by 56 to get 42. Question 6. Bridget says to work out the median, you find the middle number, so the median number is 17. Bridget is not correct. Why? Well, before you find the middle number, you need to put them in order from smallest to biggest. So that's what Bridget has forgotten to do. Part B, work out the range of the numbers. Well, the range is the biggest number, take away the smallest number. So that's 22, take away 12, which is 10. Now, to work out the mean, that's when you add them all up and divide by the number of numbers. Now, adding them all up, we get 112. There are 7 numbers here, so you do 112 divided by 7 to give you 16. Question 7. So we've got to write down all the possible combinations. So just to speed things up a bit, I would suggest you code each of these. So call salad S, fish F, and so on, first letter. And then we need to match everything, all the starters up with all the various main courses. So we can have a salad with pasta, salad with rice, salad with burger, fish with pasta, fish with rice, fish with burger, melon with pasta, melon with rice, melon with burger. So just make it clear we've got those 9 possible combinations. Question 8. So we start off by taking away the deposit, because that's the bit you pay up front before you get the dishwasher. So 372 take away 36 gives us a balance of 336 to pay, which is going to be spread over the 4 equal monthly payments. So how much is each of these payments going to be? Each of these 4 payments, we do 336 divided by 4, meaning that each of those payments will be £84. So overall, you're going to pay 4 lots of 84 plus the 36, giving you the 37. Question 9. So let's start by adding up all the time it's going to take him to clean all the rooms. And what I've done, I've just converted each of these into minutes only. So 2 hours, 120 minutes, and so on. So the total time cleaning is going to be 355 minutes. I've then taken into account the fact that he's going to have 75 minutes worth of breaks. So 355 plus 75 minutes is 430 minutes in total. Now at that point, I've decided to convert that back into hours and minutes. Well, there are 60 minutes in an hour, so 7 hours is going to be 420 minutes, so a further 10 minutes. So 430 minutes is 7 hours, 10 minutes. That's the time it's going to take him to do all the cleaning, plus he'll have his breaks. Now if he starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, 7 hours and 10 minutes later takes us through to 4:10 in the afternoon. So no, Davros will not finish by 4 o'clock because he finishes at 4:10. Question 10. So we're told the length AB is 5 times as long as BC. So let's go and make BC our shorter length. So let's just call that X. So AB is going to be 5 times as long, which is 5x. So our total length from A to C is going to be 5x plus x, which is 6x. So my 6x is 90 centimeters. AC is 90 centimeters. So I've constructed an equation here, 6x equals 90. Divide both sides by 6, I get x being 15. So the length from AB is going to be 5 lots of my 15, which is 75. Question 11. Part A, work out the value of t when v is 2. So t is 4 lots of v, which is 4 lots of 2, then we add the 3. 4 2s are 8, so 8 add the 3 gives us 11. Now for part B, we're being asked to make v the subject of the formula. So we're going to have to move things around, so we move from it being t equaling something to v equaling something. So to change the subject, what are we going to do first of all? Well, we're working our way into the v, so we're working our way into the 4v term. So start off by undoing the plus 3, so take away 3 from both sides, so we have t minus 3 equaling 4v. Now I want to get v on its own, so I need to undo this timesing by 4, so I choose to divide both sides by 4. So I'm going to have t minus 3 all over 4 equaling v. Now just be clear here, just be careful, you need to make it clear that all of t minus 3 is being divided by 4. So I would suggest you adopt this approach of having it as a fraction. So t minus 3 all over 4. So v equals, question 12. So Vera says the volume of any solid made with 6 of these cubes is 48. Is Vera correct? You must show you're working. So we got 1 cube is going to be, the volume of 1 cube is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8 centimeters cubed. So the volume of 6 cubes is going to be 6 lots of 8, which is 48 centimeters cubed. So yes, Vera is correct. Now B1, draw a cuboid that can be made with 6 of these cubes. Write the dimensions of the cuboid on your diagram. Now clearly there are going to be plenty of different ways you could do this, but the one I've done is just to put them all in a line. So my dimensions are 12 centimeters by 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. Now part 2, work out the surface area of your cuboid. Well, I've got a front, a back, a top and a bottom, all of which are 12 by 2. So I've got 4 lots of 24. So that's the long sides, 4 of those, each of them being an area of 24 is an area of 96. Then of course I've got the 2 ends. The areas of each of those are 2 by 2, which is 4. So 2 lots of those, which is 8. So I've got a total surface area of 104 centimeters squared. Question 13. So the size of the largest angle in a triangle is 4 times the size of the smallest angle. The other angle is 27. Work out in degrees the size of each angle. So, as is so often the case, when you've got to construct and solve an equation, just read through the information and find out what the smallest thing is and make that x. So I'm making the smallest angle equal to x. I'm then told that the largest angle is 4 times this size, so my largest angle is going to be 4x. And then my third angle, I'm told that the other angle is 27 degrees less than the largest angle, so the other angle is going to be 27 less than 4x, which is 4x minus 27. So those are my 3 angles. What do I know about angles in a triangle? Well, they total 180. So these 3 angles add up. Question 14. So we want to total up all the various bits and pieces, and I really want to work in pounds, as I've got to give your answer in pounds. So the first bit of information I've been given is the flight cost a total of £1,500. So they're clearly already in pounds, so we don't need to do anything to that. So let's then move on to the room cost. So it was $196 a night for 14 nights. So in dollars, that's 14 times 196, which is $2,744. Now I want to convert these dollars to pounds. Now look at the exchange rate. Dollars to pounds, we need to get a smaller number. 1 is smaller than 1.9, so I need to divide by 1.9. So I take my $2,744, divide that by 1.9, giving me pounds 1444.21. Now the Wi-Fi was $5 a day for 12 days, so that's $60. Again, to convert that into pounds, I'm going to do question 15. So complete the Venn diagram. So let's make this first circle A and this second circle B, and let's just allocate all of A and all of B. So the only number that is in common to A and B is 15, so 15 would go in the middle. So the rest of A numbers just go into the other part of the A circle, so that's the 3, 9, 21 and 27. And with B, well, we've got the 15 in the middle, so the 5 and the 25 go into the other part of B. So that completes the circles. Now I've just got to be careful that I include everything in my universal set. My universal set is all the odd numbers which are less than 30. So I've written these down here. So all my odd numbers less than 30 have to be somewhere in the rectangle. So I've written down here all the other odd numbers which are less than 30, which have not already been included in the two circles. Now for part B, a number is chosen at random. What is the probability that the number is in the set A union B? Okay, so first thing to take on board is a probability question, so give your answer as a fraction. That's much simpler. So our numerator, our top bit's going to be all the numbers that are in the set A union B. So all the numbers that are in A or B or both. So how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 numbers that are in A union B. But how many numbers have we got in total? Well, we've got these 7 plus these black ones, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 numbers in total. So the chances of picking one in A union B is 7 out of 15. Question 16. So I've already got 3x in both of these equations, so I don't need to do any provisional multiplying. I've just got to make the right decision on whether to add or subtract these equations. So the 3x's are lined up, they're both plus 3x, so in order to eliminate the x's I'm going to have to choose to take away the second equation from the first, so I'm going to be taking away. 3x take away 3x is nothing, which is what I was hoping. Now 1y minus 4y, 1 minus 4 means 1 plus 4, so we've got plus 5y. Okay, just run over that again. Y minus 4y is y plus 4y, which is 5y. And then finally minus 4 take away 6 takes us to minus 10. So 5y equals minus 10. Divide both sides by 5, we get y equaling minus 2. So now I need to work out what x is. So I just need to substitute question 17. So find the median dress size. So that means the middle dress size. Well, we've got 25 women here, so which is going to be the middle woman if they're all in order? Well, halve your 25 and then round up. So half of 25 is 12.5. Rounding up, we're looking for our 13th woman. So these are all the women lined up. So we're looking for our 13th woman. Well, after the first row, we've got to 2 women. After our second row, we've now had 2 plus 9, which is 11 women. So we still haven't got to our 13th woman. And then, but when we add up the next row, we now get to a total of 19. So our 13th woman is one of these 8 here. What is her dress size? It is dress size 12. Now for part B, 3 of the 25 women have a shoe size of 7. Zoe says that if you choose at random one of the 25 women, the probability that she has either a shoe size of 7 or a dress size of... Question 18. So let's just work our way through the information. So we're told that 2/7 of the cakes are vanilla. So using the fractions button and just multiplying, 2/7 of 420 is 2/7 times 420. Using your calculator gives you 120. Now, banana, 35% of the cake, 35% of the cakes are banana cakes. So we need to work out 35% of 420. Well, 35% means 35 out of 100, which is 0.35. So 0.35 times 420 means we have 147 banana cakes. So we're told that the rest of the cakes are lemon and chocolate. He bakes only vanilla, banana, lemon cakes and chocolate cakes. So the rest of the cakes must be either lemon or chocolate. So given he's baked 420 in total, the lemon and chocolate cakes in total must be 420, take away 147, take away 120, which is 153. So we know we've got 153 cakes that are either lemon or chocolate. Now, what do we know about the lemon and chocolate cakes? We know they are in the ratio of 4 to 5. Lemon to chocolate is 4 to 5. So 4 to 5 is the ratio. That's 9 parts in total, and we know the total of lemon and chocolate is 153. So the 153 equates to the 9. Question 19, we're being asked to show that polygon P is a hexagon. So we need to show that it's got 6 sides. So what do we know? We know with this, what do we know with regard to this 12-sided polygon? Now, with a regular shape, the exterior angles, the outside angles, always add up to 360. So if it's got 12 sides, it must have 12 exterior angles. So each of the exterior angles must be 360 divided by 12, which is 30. So each of the exterior angles is 30. Then each of the interior angles must be 180, take away 30, which is 150, because an interior angle plus an exterior angle equals 180. So we know this angle here, each of these angles on the inside of the 12-sided shape is 150. So let's focus on this point at B. This angle here is 150. This is a square, so that angle there must be 90. So the interior angle of the polygon P, which I'm calling X. Question 20. So, not that easy, I think, these questions. So, what do we know? We know density equals mass over volume, making mass the subject, mass equals density times volume. So we're going to start off by trying to work out what the total mass is. So the mass of the apple juice is going to be its density of 1.05 times its volume of 25. With the fruit syrup, 1.4 times 15. And with the carbonated water, 0.99 times the 280. So that's the mass of each of those three. Add those together, we get a total mass. Now we know what the total volume is. The question tells us that was 320. So the density total is going to be the mass total divided by the volume total. So 324.45 divided by the 320 is 1.01390625, which to 2 decimal places. Question 21. So if they're mathematically similar, then they're going to be proportional to each other. So I've just drawn them again down here side by side, so it's easier to compare like with like. And I can see that on each occasion I have to divide each of these sides on the bigger triangle by 2.5 to get the sides on the smaller triangle. So the smaller triangle is 2.5 times as small, or if you like, the scale factor moving from the smaller triangle to the bigger triangle is 2.5 when you multiply. So the scale factor, either dividing by 2.5 or multiplying by 0.4, is the same for all three sides. They have the same common angle, which is 90, so they are therefore similar. Question 22. So complete the table. So to work out this y value here, y is 6 divided by x, so 6 divided by 0.5, which is 12. Here we do y equaling 6 divided by 1.5, which is 4. Here 6 divided by 3, which is 2. And here 6 divided by 5, which is 1.2. And here 6 divided by 6, which is 1. If I then go and just plot these coordinates, I get this nice gentle curve. Question 23. So this is corrected two significant figures. Write down the least possible value of the house. Well, the smallest we can go down to is 155,000, because when we round that to two significant figures, so when we're having two non-digit zeros, non-digit numbers, we get 155,000. Any smaller than that, we would round down to 150,000. And similarly, greatest possible value is 165,000, just maintaining the symmetry. Both of these are 5,000 different to the 160,000. Now part B, which the value of Rita's house increased by 5%.